You don't be pressing it.
No, I should be able to. Jay here for Full Time Devils, and this is the live match review. I know it says live watch along, but it's a live match review. We've just had the watch along. Manchester United have actually won away from home in the Premier League, 3-1 away at Carrow Road against Norwich. It was a bit of a weird game because on paper you think 3-1, great result, which is a good result, let's not kid ourselves, but it could have been a lot more. I mean, we missed 2 penalties in the first half. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial both missing penalties. And then in the second half we had a couple more chances as well where we could have kicked on, but we can't grumble too much. I mean, it is an away win. We know we needed one in the Premier League. We've not won away in the Premier League since February against Crystal Palace, when Romelu Lukaku and Ashley Young were on the score sheet. It shows you how long ago it was. The fact that Lukaku was one of the scorers. But today was a different kettle of fish. Norwich are a team that have been struggling. We know they beat City early on in the season, but they've not had a great run of it at all. And this was a game we felt might be there for taking. Although you notice my prediction was wrong because I predicted 0-0. Being a bit pessimistic, so I'm glad to have got that one wrong. Callum predicted 3-1, so he was right. United may have missed a couple of penalties in the first half, but we still managed to get the goals we needed. Scott McTominay, who I thought was the man of the match, I thought he played really well despite a mistake late on. Marcus Rashford getting a goal, putting his penalty miss behind him to get a goal, and Anthony Martial doing likewise in the second half. He missed a penalty in the first half and then scored. A lovely little dink in the second half after a nice little back heel from Marcus Rashford. That was good to see those two linking up, and hopefully something we'll see a lot more of. Hernandez got a goal for Norwich late on. I think it's like the 89th minute or something, after a rare mistake from Scott McTominay, who, like I said earlier, was my personal pick for man of the match. So all in all, it was a good day for the Reds. There are still issues there. I think we're not going to say it was completely perfect, because it wasn't. Missing penalties again. This is, I think that's, is that the fourth? Today was the third and fourth penalties we missed this season. I might be wrong, around 4 penalties, which is a bit of an issue, because if VAR, because we're both VAR calls, it's going to give you penalties. You need to be converting them. It could end up costing us. It cost us against Wolves, of course, and it cost us against Crystal Palace. So we need to sort that out, because it looks like we're going to have this penalty-taking merry-go-round carrying on. It was Marcus Rashford, then it was Paul Pogba. Then it was Anthony Martial, and everyone's missed. So we need to find a regular penalty taker, and sort of someone needs to step up and really make it their own. I don't know what the penalty taker is going to be next. We ran a poll where Ashley Young ended up on top, but I think that was more kidology and people messing about than actually want to see Ashley Young taking penalties. I don't know, I might be wrong. He did score a lot of penalties for Aston Villa, so maybe he is the answer. I'm not sure. Maybe Paul Pogba, when he comes back, will want to take penalties. I don't know. But we don't want to be too negative. Listen, we've won 3-1 away from home. It's a good, solid result. Let's not forget City couldn't even get a point at Carrow Road. So it's something to build on, especially when you add on the fact that we won away at Partizan Belgrade as well. So it's 2 back-to-back away victories. Admittedly, over opposition you will expect to beat, but we said that about Newcastle, we said it about West Ham, we said it about Wolves, we said it about Southampton. So getting a win was all that mattered today, really. We need to get that away win, that Premier League away win, and keep moving up the table, or start moving up the table, because I think now that's 2 good performances in the league. I think it's something we can build on. I thought the performance against Liverpool was good. I thought we were a bit unlucky not to get all 3 points, just that one real little lapse when I felt we were keeping them at bay and had the game in our control. And then we went on to Partizan, got a Europa League win, which was pretty much by the by, to be honest with you. And then now a good win away from home at Norwich, something we can go and build upon and move forward with, hopefully. We've got a tough away game in the Carabao Cup at Chelsea coming up, and then we've got Bournemouth away next weekend, so that's going to be another one. Bournemouth away is a lot trickier than Norwich away, so it's the sort of game where you look at it and you think, we could get a win there, but again, we've said that in the past about some of these games this season. So you just want to see the Reds get a little bit of momentum. All in all, I don't think there's a lot to moan about. You can look at the missed penalties, you can look at Norwich getting a goal late on, a bit sloppy from United, you can look at some of the chances we didn't take, but on the whole I feel a lot more positive today than I did feel going into this game. I thought Marcus and Anthony Martial linked up well. We've been sort of waiting for them to sort of really get a partnership going. Today we saw a real partnership, you know, for Martial's goal especially. It was a little back heel from Marcus and then a little dink from Anthony Martial, so that was great to see. And also we saw some good passes from Martial. Martial played in Marcus early on in the game as well, when Marcus got a save from Tim Krul. Tim Krul on fire today, 2 penalty saves from 2 different people. He's the keeper, if you forgot, that Louis van Gaal brought on in the World Cup just to save penalties. You can see why. I'm just going to go in the comments before we start wrapping up. Just going to do a short and sweet one today. 2 tears in a bucket says, is that from House Party? I remember that song. Rashford and Martial had decent link-up play. Cruel for man of the match, someone else says. Scott McTominay was immense today. Says, Atul, completely agree. McSauce was great. I agree. McSauce, as we call him, I thought he was very good. I thought, yes, he gave the ball away for their goal, but he was a bit unlucky there, really. I don't think, even when he gave the ball away, I think we had enough defenders there to do something about it. We just didn't really get a challenge in. I thought he was all over the pitch. He was getting in challenges. He was turning defence into attack as well, looking to drive, looking to go forward. He was carrying the ball a bit more than I'm used to see. I'm used to seeing from Scott McTominay. We know he's got that in his locker. He doesn't tend to do it as often as he did today, and I hope we see more from him doing that because he's obviously got the ability and the skill to carry it forward. Got his goal as well. That's his second one, I think, this season. Looking good. He had a great performance, and we know how reliant we are on Scott McTominay. People start moaning and saying we shouldn't be relying on Scott McTominay, but we are. That's where we're at, and we have to face facts. And yet, there's nothing wrong with relying on a player if he's playing well, and Scott McTominay is playing well. So sounds it's not the end of the world to be so reliant on him. Fred was making good passes, says Mohammed. Kareem says Lindelof was good. Calvin says Fred played well today too, better than he's ever played. I was impressed with Fred against Liverpool. I thought he did okay today. Sometimes he was a little bit wasteful, as he can be, but I thought going back to the Liverpool game and today, it's progress. And we heard from Fred this weekend where he said that Ollie had been in touch with him, had been chatting to him about his defensive duties and keeping it simple and that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought Fred did okay. He did okay today. De Gea saved the goal, says Remdog. I don't know what that's about. I think that's a question rather than a statement. Guys, I'm not going to go too deep into it because as I said earlier, it's a relatively run-of-the-mill performance. A good performance, let's say run-of-the-mill, it's not run-of-the-mill because we don't usually win away from home, but it's a good performance, something to build on. It's not one where we can get overexcited and say, this is it, United are back, United are going to start challenging for the top 4, and it's not one of them where you say, oh, what's going on, Ollie's under pressure. It's a win that we needed. It alleviates pressure from Ollie. Marcus and Anthony Martial both on the score sheet, which is good, putting penalty misses to one side, and Scott McTominay having a dominating performance as well. So there's a lot of positives we can take from this, and hopefully we can build on it. We can just sort of start to get a little bit of momentum going, because I feel like there is the nugget of momentum there. A draw at home to Liverpool and a decent performance against a flying Liverpool team, a win away in Europe, and now a win away in the Premier League. These are all positives, so I think let's take it. Let's take the positives. Let's not be too negative. Let's take the positives for what they are, and it's 3 points. 2 attackers getting on the score sheet. Scott McTominay playing as well as we know he can. It's a good day at the office for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Guys, if you've not, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Get involved in the comments, the likes, the chats, and all the rest of it. We're going to have Adam. He's at the Carrow Road now. He's going to be getting all the post-match fan cams, so make sure you tune in for that. And as always, thanks for tuning in, supporting the channel, as you've been brilliant as you always have been. And we'll have reaction from Carrow Road. We'll also have, as well, going up soon, is reaction from the Reading game, the women's game as well, the Barmy Army. We've got all their reaction as well, so we've got everything coming up here on Full Time Devils, so make sure you stay tuned to that. And as always, thanks for watching.